YouTube, we are back with another banger. I'm telling you right now. So look, I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. None of my videos are scripted. I do not script my videos. Everything is raw and straight to the point. So if I stutter, if I take a second to think about something, or if you see some clips getting edited, it's because everything is raw and off the top of my head. Yes, I know this information and I'm only telling you what I know. I'm not sitting here scripting a video because that's just not the person I am. So look, let's get just into the video. Yeah. So look, first things first, the reason you click this video is because you're trying to figure out what to drop, when to drop it, and how to plan your drops. Because it is not easy, bro. Once you actually get into the, scaling part, and after you get in, a few months into your brand, or even really at the start, if you want to do it right the first time, it's not easy. People think owning a clothing brand is easy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not easy at all. So if you're trying to get money quick, don't do this. Go do reselling or something. Do something else, because this is not a get rich quick scheme at all anymore. Maybe in 2020 or 2021 or something, whenever you could just post something and people had crazy money because of COVID and stimulus and all that. But owning a clothing brand is a lot of work. It is not a get rich quick scheme anymore. The ATL money glitch, that was not even a real thing. People made money and whatever, but there's no glitch, bro. You just have to actually grind and you'll get money. If you grind, no matter what hobby or profession you do, you're gonna get some money. You just gotta do it the right way and be consistent. Consistency is everything. But that's not why you click this video. The reason you click this video is because you're trying to figure out what to drop, when to drop it, what month, and everything like that, how to plan it. So let's get into it. First things first, you can drop any piece of clothing any month you want to drop it, but you should do some research and see when, who are you targeting. That's the main thing. That's what really matters. You can drop a pair of shorts in December, you can drop a pair of shorts in January, you can drop a pair of shorts in July, and depending on who you're targeting to, what country you're in, what state you're in, who your demographic is, they will or will not buy it depending on their needs at that time. So that's what you really have to figure out, is who your customer is and what they need at what month and what time. What are they going to do with that product? Are they going to use it immediately, or are they going to hold on to it for a minute? Me personally, when I grab something, I'm trying to wear it same day. I'm not grabbing something to hold on to it for 6 months. I might if it's on sale and it's a good deal and it's a good product. But other than that, I'm not just grabbing a hoodie in the middle of the summer to hold on to it all throughout fall and all that. No, I'm not doing that. So you need to know what you're dropping and who you're selling to. So let's just make up a scenario that we're gonna drop a hoodie in December, or honestly, you should be dropping products at the very top of season to start, and then drop a few more during the season. If I'm being honest with you, you shouldn't be dropping at the end of season. You shouldn't be dropping, towards the end of season or after, depending on who you're marketing to. Because honestly, right now, it's August 31st, and it's about to be fall, end of summer in America, at least in most states and cities. But in Australia, it's literally middle of winter. They're about to probably get some snow or something. I don't really know if it snows in Australia. I just know that it's winter over there right now, because I got someone on the team over there in Australia. Australia video soon. Let me know if y'all want to see that. But yeah. So look, if you're marketing to Australians, or if you're in Australia, then you should drop a piece of clothing that's gonna target to that audience that they can buy right now and utilize it right now. That way that you can get the most return on your money, because you might be taking a risk of dropping a pair of shorts in the winter. If your audience is in America, and you drop a pair of shorts in the winter, then the only reason they might buy those shorts is because the design is absolutely crazy. You have an audience that is athletic and wears shorts indoor, or you have an audience that wears shorts around the house or somewhere that is indoor and warm. Or maybe they live in California where it's actually still kind of warm. I mean, like, to them, it gets cold. But, like, you know, for us on the East Coast, if you go to California in, like, December, November, it's still kind of warm during the day. It's not too cold. But, you know, you just got to do your research. You got to know who you're marketing to. And at the end of the day, that is what it comes down to. So now that you understand that it all depends on who your target audience is, then like the planning, that's when this kind of comes into effect. A lot of big companies are like a year out, 2 years out, you know, like year and a half. Like a lot of big companies have like a lot planned out for like way, you know, far in the future, because they have the economics and like everything to support the belief of like, yes, this is what's going to be popular in this timeline. This is what's going to be there in this timeline. Here, this is where we're going to be at in this timeline. But like you as a small business, small clothing brand owner, you are not able to afford to do that. If I'm being honest with you, like, I mean, you might have some spare funds. You might have a lot of money saved up and you might be ready to like really do this the right way, which if you are, that's amazing. You know, like that's great, because look, this is what you need to do. You need to be planning out your drops like at the very minimum 2 months in advance, because one, you have to wait a month for production. Two, you have to wait a month to get the good content to promote. And like, so that's boom, 2 months used up right there. Ideally, you might want to be at 3 to 6 months out. Like you honestly need to be planning your drops like 6 months out. So like in, you know, January, you need to be planning for July. In February, you need to be planning for August. Like you need to already have these drops planned out 6 months ahead, ideally. That way that there's absolutely no flaws. I'm not saying start production in January or for a July drop. I'm just saying like, or June, whatever, 6 months. I'm not saying like to do that. What I'm saying is have it planned out, have your colors ready, have your, you know, prices, have the quotes, get a sample, see what it's gonna, you know, the turnaround time will be in that month. Like, hey, like what is your, you know, factory looking at for production time? What is the cost of goods looking like at that time? Are they gonna go up? Are they gonna go down? I mean, you never really know till the day of, but you can get a better idea and see if prices do fluctuate, because I know that supply and demand on certain products and materials definitely do fluctuate. You might be able to go grab 1,000 puffer jackets or 100 puffer jackets at a way cheaper price if you make them during the summer than if you make them right before winter, because that factory probably has a whole bunch of supply that they're just sitting on that's left over, or like whatever the case may be. So you should definitely check into that, see if you can get cheaper deals if you make something, you know, a couple months out, a couple months before season, whatever. But I mean, like big companies are already doing that and they're already taking advantage of it. So you never really know, but it never hurts to ask. You can always ask these questions. Never be afraid to ask, because the worst answer you can get is no. And if I'm going to be honest with you, the least opinion who's matter is a Chinese manufacturer that you've never worked with before, or even if it is, you know, your main Chinese manufacturer, their opinion at the end of the day does not matter, because like they're just there to make you more money. Like, yes, you build up a relationship, you build up a connection, but like then again, if it's like you're not going to offend them by asking them a question, but like they might, you know, they might be like, oh, this, you know, this guy's like stupid. Like what is wrong with him? Oh, well, who cares? Okay, real quick, I have to interrupt this. NewBara.online, we just did a crazy new drop. There might still be some stuff left. So NewBara.online, go grab it right now. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and drop what you want to see down below for the next video. Like that's just what it is. But yeah, so you need to be planning these drops out like a few months at the very minimum, just so you can have everything ready to get, you know, your social media, your production and samples, all that, and colors. It's very important. And in the meantime, when you are getting samples, or if you're, you know, whatever you're doing, share that with your audience, share that with your social media. Be like, look, I know this is a couple, like, you know, a month out, 2 months out. But like, do y'all want this? Should we even drop it? Like, whatever the case may be. And maybe you don't post that 6 months because like that's way too far. You don't want to leave people on for that long. I mean, although I have seen one brand do that, they like literally planned out their drop for like a whole 6 months or more. And they were pretty successful. They had a great drop. They sold out. But I highly recommend promoting like 2 months at the very like longest term, just because like you don't want to like make something stale. You don't want to like let something get old unless it's just an absolute banger, because you don't want people to forget about it. You don't want people to remake it and just make them quicker, whatever the case may be. You want to do yours the right way. The planning part is number one. You need to do that 6 months out if you can, 6 to 3 months out. And then you need to start getting samples, promoting those samples, getting good content, make sure all that's lined up. Like, you can also be making email designs. You can make email designs 3 months out, 6 months out, whatever the case may be. Nothing is gonna change that severely that you can't be doing this a few months ahead. Like right now, we're already working on Black Friday emails and it's literally August. Like, we need to be on top of everything. You should never, ever, ever fall short of the stick. You should always make sure everything's done early and you are prepared to drop and have a successful drop. You want people engaged. You want people to know that you're aligned, and you want people to know that they can trust you with their money. Like, if you're dropping, you know, every 3 months, like, I'm probably not going to give you my money, because it's like, bro, you're taking a really long time. Are you even shipping orders? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Like, are you even making sales? Does you have any more money? Like, is this just the end of the brand? Because it's like, if you can't build trust with a brand, if a customer can't build trust with your brand, they're more than likely never going to buy from you. And if they do buy from you one time, they're not going to buy from you again. With that being said, a lot of people ask, should you still do pre-orders or pre-made drops? Pre-made all the way. Never ever do pre-orders unless it's like where you like drop and you sell out and you're like, all right, the rest of these orders are pre-order. Like, because what we do is we do like drop 100 pieces, right? First 100 people to buy the product, get it shipped same day or like, you know, same week, whatever. And then the next, you know, however many pieces that come in, you know, orders that come in over the next month or however long we push this product, however long it's actually successful, then that's what we take as a pre-order, and that's what we push. You know, hey, this might take, you know, 3 weeks for it to come. It might be at your door in 4 weeks, but, you know, you're securing it now. That's the only time you should ever do a pre-order, is once you sell out of something, then you do a pre-order. But your initial drop should always be pre-made, because with the pre-made method, not only is your product immediately in hand, immediately shipping to the customer, but if that customer creates content, brings more people on, then those other additional people will be the ones who pre-order the product and get it a little bit later. But the thing is with this is you can consistently just like rinse the same product. You can rinse the same product over multiple drops and multiple pre-orders, because once the pre-order people get their product, get them to make content, get those people to their followers. Like, it's just a never ending cycle of people wanting that same product over and over and over again. That's how Nike does with Jordans and like all these other things. Like, yeah, they don't do the pre-order, but when the people get the product, then they like, you know, post it. Everybody wants them. So I definitely recommend you do pre-made and then do pre-order once the drop sells out. But yeah, never do pre-order products. The only time you can maybe do it other than this way is if you're like doing early access and it's like a week pre-order. You know what I mean? Like, only way you could ever do that. And like, honestly, you should be giving some type of incentive, something for free, some type of discount. Who knows what it is? But yeah, other than that, I mean, I kind of think I answered the question of when you should be making products. Like I said, you know, a few months before, and plan out, see who your ideal target audience is. Maybe I should make a video on that next. Let me know down below if you want to see a video on like how to find who your target audience is and all that good stuff. Because honestly, It's something that's very important and very useful at the very start of your brand. You should know who you're targeting and all that good stuff. And it's very important for ads. It's very important for finding influencers. Like, that's a whole nother, type of game. So let me know if you want to see that video and drop it in the comments, and maybe that'll be the next video. Or if you want to see something else, let me know below. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe. Peace.